What's up, everybody? Joe White here. In a state of shock. State of shock is the best way I could describe this. Earlier today, and let me first say this, it's not a work. I've been tweeted at, texted at 20 times. I'm laughing because my phone is blowing up with this, and I know it's not something I should probably laugh about, but I don't know whether to, I'm sorry, but when I feel upset, I try to find laughter, and I try to make myself laugh. So I do apologize if that offends some of you. It's just how I deal with things in life. Everybody deals with things their own way, and this is not a funny situation at all. Earlier today, I'll go ahead and say this right now. Any chance of this being a work? It's not. Too many people have texted me and told me that it's not. People outside the business, and it's even made the damn dirt sheets. So Mike Johnson from PW Insider is running with this right now. It's not. It can't be a work. This just is not it. Not when people are using shoot names. I'll go ahead and read you the post from PW Insider right now. Actually, it's not on PW Insider. I think it's just on Mike Johnson's Twitter page. And I don't know, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this, guys? Is this right here? I never thought that this could happen. And not to our Not to our, I am going to go ahead and, people asking me if I have scoop, what's going on. I don't. I wish I could tell you guys more. And part of me, well, I'll say this. A tiny bit of me wishes I could tell you guys more. A big part of me is sitting there wishing I would have kept my mouth shut earlier today when I found out. I found out about this earlier this morning. Earlier this afternoon. I was asked to give up my source, and I did give up my source. I had to give up my source to people involved. And I to my source, if they're listening, I'm sorry I had to give you up. But it was, as being an after show guy, I host the official, unofficial after show. Do I get paid or endorsed by CWF to do it? No. That's why it's the official, unofficial after show. But I felt the need to say something because I love CWF, man. I love the product so much. Oh man, people who don't even, wow. People messaging me. I just got a DM from OTRS Central on YouTube, fellow YouTuber. Shout out to him. As Wacky World of Pro Wrestling. That's not the word for it, my friend. It comes off that way. But this is a shock, guys. If you want to call in, I can open up the Skype lines if you want to. Again, I'm not here to sensationalize this at all. I'm not here just for clickbait or whatever the case may be. But I feel the need to, let's talk about this. It's one of those things where I'm baffled. My girlfriend just sent me a text. Should you be doing this? I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and put up the phone line now. If you guys want to call 434-710-4900, let's discuss this. I have been told that this is what Mike Johnson had to say on his Twitter, releasing this, and this is just a shock to me. Wow. Here it is here. Mike Johnson put about an hour ago, just confirmed Booker and lead announcer at Stuttsy. That's Brad Stutts was fired last night by CWF Mid-Atlantic. Owner, see, I'm so tied to this, I don't even know if I should be using shoot names here, guys. Owner, I'll say it. I'm sorry. It's in the sheets now. So owner Jeff Rudd has confirms it. Have reached out to Stutts, has not returned to voicemail. Big story for the area given how popular CWF is locally and more forthcoming. Statement from CWF Mid-Atlantic. Voicemail has been left from Stutts. I haven't had to hear back, and he basically reposts CWF Mid-Atlantic's tweet here on Twitter. Man. First off, to the victims, if anything, if this is inappropriate behavior, given what's going on, this is another thing that makes me think it's not a work. Because if everything, we got the Golden Globes going on right now as I speak, and half the damn show has been about how powerful women have been in Hollywood and their courage to speak out, and the men who have done them bad. It's not a work. It would be so distasteful right now. They would get shamed and blackballed if this was a work. It's not a work. The only reason why I even mentioned it is because other people were mentioning it to me. So I'm man. Guys in the chat room, I know you're watching here because I can see people are watching. Let me know what you think about this in the chat room. Want to call into the show? I'll put you on the air, 434-710-4900. The after show, for all intents and purposes, it will continue. Brad Stutts never listened to a fucking episode for all I know. In fact, that was mentioned at FanCon, that Brad Stutts never listened to a fucking episode of the after show. Grant has been in this damn chat room supporting my ass, so thank you to Grant each and every freaking week. And the people at CWF, the workers themselves at CWF, have been nothing but supportive of this after show. So this show will continue. I'm just, man, I'm baffled, guys. I'm baffled, man. Nova Pro, Northern Virginia Pro Wrestling, has announced today that they're pulling out of PWI, Pro Wrestling International. They're no longer a member of PWI. None of those the Ultra J Championship, bye-bye. That's not being defended up there anymore. Man, it's crazy, man. Sorry, I'm having to type to people. I'm getting DMs. I'm getting people asking me what's going on. Guys, I wish I had more. This is just very late breaking stuff here. Again, I knew about it earlier in the day. And I went straight to the people at CWF and asked them, hey, man, is this true? I got asked to give up my source. And I gave up my source. The reason why I gave up my source is because I'm not like, and I said it on my other video, the people that do that Evolve podcast wouldn't give up their sources on shit, and they're pretty much blackballed, and Gabe wants nothing to do with them. I like CWF at the end of the day. I want to see this promotion grow. Is this a bit of a blemish on it? Yes, but is it a blemish that can be removed? And has it been removed? Eventually it will be. Eventually, I hope that this will be gone and that we can continue to enjoy the CWF that we've enjoyed for years now. Give me 1 second, guys. So yeah, it's a bit of a shock to me. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on right now. I'm not going to comment too much on it here. I'm doing this basically because it's just a lot of people are asking me. Sorry, I'm getting nobody in the chat room, but I'm getting DMs on Twitter. Hi, Sophia. Yeah, this is a bit of a shock. I even tweeted to somebody. I said, one, I hope the victims of this are okay. First and foremost, this is about whoever this inappropriate behavior was targeted toward. We got a caller calling in right now. Let's see if we can put him on the air without ruining the show. Let me see here. Hold on, caller. Caller, can you hear me? Hi, area code 336.
Yep, this is Eric Andrews.
Oh my Lord, Eric, how are you, sir?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I wish we were talking under better circumstances. I really do. first of all, I mean no disrespect by going live here tonight. I'm in a state of shock. I have to do something to vent, you know.
Yeah, no, it's understandable. It's really understandable.
I'll go ahead and say it. I've been kind of DMing with you on Twitter tonight regarding this whole thing. I'm not going to divulge the conversation. If you want to go ahead and share it, you can. But as a worker in that locker room, this has got to be a total shock. From what I understand, this was all very sudden last night. But you guys have a show this Saturday, so I'm just go ahead and say what you feel, I guess. And how's the locker room taking this?
I would say that the locker room is motivated, and the thing about it is it feels like there's kind of been a weight lifted off of the company. I'll be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah. There's, here's the thing, man, is like, and I'm not going to talk about the situation about what happened because, that's a personal situation that I don't want to
it's none of our
offend
business.
anyone that was involved.
I mean, it's none of our business, but I mean, when they put it out there, we don't need to know the details. We just need to know, hey, what's happened is Stuttsy is gone, and you're not the only one. I'll say it. You're not the only one that's DM'd me tonight and said it's like a weight's been lifted and this is a long time coming. So, I mean, it's just, again, I'm in a state of shock. This is one of the few times that I'm absolutely speechless. I really don't know what to say, so I'm kind of glad you called in.
Yeah. No, I mean, I felt like that, there's so many people going around right now that are speculating and that are, and I'm not saying that you're one of these people doing this, but I feel like there's so many people right now that's going around speculating, and kind of, making light of the situation, trying to think that maybe this is a work, or trying to think that maybe this is, some kind of, I don't know, like maybe this isn't as serious of a situation as it should be. And I'm here to tell you right now that this situation is 100% legit. It's 100% a shoot. There's no work involved in this. And I'm here to tell you that if anyone in any walk of life was put into this situation, they would have reacted the exact same way.
Right.
If that kind of gives you any idea of the magnitude of the situation.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. For a brief moment, I entertained the thought of, okay, what's going on here? And then I saw the tweet from CWF, and that was like, okay, that on the official Twitter account. And I was like, okay, there's no way they're going to put this out there as inappropriate, quote unquote, inappropriate behavior with everything that's going on in Hollywood and politics in the world today, and have this be a work. They would be blackballed themselves. It'd be so distasteful. So
not even that. Not even about being blackballed. Let me just say this.
Oh shoot. Let me see if I can get Eric back on the line here. Hold on.
Hello.
Hey, sorry about that, Eric. I hit the wrong button.
No, you're fine.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to say, if anybody out there thinks that in any situation that this would be some kind of a work, I mean, what a piece of shit that the company would have to be able to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't that just make us, with the way that things have been going nowadays, wouldn't that just make all of us look like just the world's biggest pieces of shit?
I mean, I know they say never in the wrestling business, but this is one of those cases where I could think never. This is just never, that would never happen. Not with the, no offense, but not with the indie promotion like CWF. WWE maybe back in the day could get away with this shit, and maybe even now could get away with this shit, but it's not happening at this level, guys. It's not a work at this level.
Well, not even that, but I promise you, if there was going to be a way to write someone off the show, a way to get rid of someone, this, that, or the other, there are hundreds of other ways that this could have been done without going to say that, especially with the way things have been going, to say that this was, like the situation they were saying. There's 100 other ways we could have went if this was a work. It would have been much more tasteful.
Sophia Moon put in our chat room, it's been in terrible taste. CWF is better than that. I 100% agree with that. I will say that everybody listening right now who has just joined us, this is Eric Andrews, former CWF television champion, talking to us about the shocking news here tonight that Brad Stutts booker and color commentator or commentator CWF has been fired for inappropriate behavior. You say it's a weight has been lifted and everybody's motivated in the locker room. Can you kind of expand on that a little bit more? I know that you have to watch what you say because and I'm hoping that you being here on this program, thank you for calling in, but I'm hoping it doesn't get any heat on you in that locker room. But can you kind of expand on when you say everybody's now motivated because of this and it's kind of like a weight has been lifted off the shoulders? Can you kind of expand on that a little?
Look, the thing about it is, and I mean, it's pretty much as simple as this. Perception is not always reality. The fact of the matter is that, yes, Brad Stutts was the booker of CWF, or matchmaker, or whatever you want to call him. But the fact of the matter is that Brad Stutts did not ever, in the past or the present, realistically make CWF what it is. It's all the boys in that locker room that busted their ass each and every week, that went out there and gave the fans exactly what they wanted.
Damn right. Damn right.
And the perception that this guy is the glue that holds our company together is bullshit.
Wow. That's strong words, folks.
I'm sorry.
No, man, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. It's how you feel. I mean, I'll be honest with you. It seems like in the last couple of months with things, I'm not here to, do a witch hunt on anybody. If he did, do this, then yes, he's probably a piece of crap for doing it. I don't know the man that well, and I'm not, nobody in this world is perfect, but it sounds like CWF did what they needed to do for a company or as a company to move forward. People in the chat room, I'm legit saddened over what happened. Jonathan Miller saying that they're still in shock. I'm in shock too, guys. Again, Eric Andrews joining us. Eric, is there anything else? Go ahead.
I understand that it's a shocking situation. I don't blame anyone whatsoever for being shocked at the situation. If I was in you guys' shoes, I would 100% agree that yes, it is a shocking situation. The main thing that I want to get across with this is, one, this is not a work. This is not an angle. This is not a way of CWF to write anybody off of the show. And number two is that I will be damned if this guy becomes martyrized from people thinking that he has been the lifeblood of CWF. The lifeblood of CWF has been every single wrestler in that locker room that has busted their ass week in and week out for years for that company.
It kills me that I could see where a lot of people would think, oh, okay, they wrote him off the show by, spoiler alert for anybody who was not at Battlecade, but who cares? I'm going to spoil it. He takes a bump at the end of that show. So, I mean, it's crazy how a lot of people are thinking, okay, this is going to be a way to write him off. And I'll be honest with you, Eric, and I mean no disrespect by this. For a second there, I'm sitting there, I was talking with somebody earlier today, and we were going over this, because I found out from a source earlier today, and I went straight to somebody in the CWF quote-unquote office about it. And for a moment there, I'm sitting there going, me and this other person are sitting there going, well, they wrote him off. Could this be? Never say never. And like I said, as soon as I posted that first video, my DMs started blowing up, and I'm like, okay, it's not a work. I want to give other people a chance to call in if they want to. Eric, I'll give you the last word here before I let you go. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Yeah, I just want to reiterate, guys, just do not think that just because this has happened that anything will change from the aspect of the boys are still going to go out there. They're still going to bust their ass. They're still going to give you everything they got. And we are still, as a company, as a whole, we are still going to give you the best weekly product that you will see on TV, online, anywhere in this fucking world. Stick with us. I promise you, you won't regret it. And I promise you that these guys are going to give you their heart, soul, blood, and tears.
Very well said, Eric. I'm going to go ahead and let you go, man. Thank you so much for calling in and sharing your thoughts on this subject, man. My thoughts are with you guys and with the company as a whole, and hopefully it's nothing but good things from here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Eric. Have a good night.
You too.
Eric Andrews, television champion, former television champion. He says at the locker room, I've heard it from more people in that locker room than just him. They feel like a been lifted off their shoulders, and he's kind of stressing the sentiment that's been blowing up my DMs all night long. Sophia Moon in the chat room, well, it's easy if the quality of the show stays high, then you prove it wasn't him. That's absolutely right. I'm legit saddened over what happens, as Orky Wadsworth. Thank you very much, Orky, for checking in tonight. Phone lines are open, 434-710-4900, 434-710-4900. You're welcome to call in. Let me just say to everybody in that locker room, man, I hope you're doing okay. This is for a promotion that is that I'll be honest, for a promotion that got a lot of match of the year votes, and for a promotion that was my favorite of 2017, this is a bit of a shock here. There's a lot of stuff going on here on Twitter here that I'm reading that I'm not going to repeat, that is blowing up my DMs right now. I'm sorry if I can't. Oh, Corey. Dude, I'm bad with names. I barely speak English. Mr. Wadsworth, how about that? If I'm even saying your last name right. But thank you for listening. Thank you very much for listening. Again, 434-710-4900 if you'd like to call in. I'm in a state of shock here, guys. Honestly, I don't know if I'll be at New Year's Bash. I want to go, but it's financial reasons. It's not this situation that would keep me from going. If anything, I kind of want to be there now to support the locker room and to, support the promotion. Yeah, it's just trying to be a little bit lighthearted. I hear you, man. I'm sorry. I'm not good with names, man. Here it is. You're talking to a guy who thought Mars had the big red spot on it the other night. So, a lot of people asking me if I'm going to continue to do the after show in light of all this. Yes. I'm not leaving the community. Jonathan Miller goes, I love CWF. I'm not leaving the community anytime soon. Here. I want to thank everybody who's in here tonight. A lot of people asking me, got any scoop on what's going on? I wish I don't, and at this point, I probably know too much already. I'll just say that a lot of people have been hurt. CL Party's in the chat room. Stick with us, guys. I promise it's in good hands. Thank you, CL. We'll stick with you. So a lot of this just is crazy because, again, a lot of people, cool down with AC. AC, my buddy, is sitting there making a joke out of it. When will it stop? Kind of making a light heart of it. This is really nothing to, make a light of. But it'd be extra nice to Kane. It's nothing to make light of, but again, I'm a guy who tries to make humor in things, intention. When you get that awkward silence, I'm the first guy in the room to cut a fart just to make people laugh. People on Twitter, I hate that my favorite Fed has become swamped with drama. I am too, and that's exactly what this is. It's crazy that Mike Johnson's running with this, because Pro Wrestling PW Insider has really never ran with CWF before. And if this is just crazy, man. I got to tell you guys, I wish I had more to say. I wish I could come up with words that I had more to say, and I don't. That's why I opened the phone lines this evening. I want to thank Eric Andrews for calling in. Eric has always been supportive of what I do. I've always, of course, been supportive of what he does. So I want to thank him for calling in and for getting our hopes up that this is, a new beginning for CWF. Let's look at it this way, guys. Things are about to change. It's sad that that the change had to get this way. It's sad that, we had to, that people had to experience this in order for this change to occur. But I'll be honest with you. From a booking standpoint, I've been kind of critical of it the last couple of months. Have I not? I'm not a guy who sits there and bashes people I barely know. I barely know Brad Stutts. I talk to him every time I go up there to CWF and shake hands with him. I told him that putting the belt on Mike Mars was a good idea. And I I believe that CWF wouldn't have acted if it wasn't credible and seriously over a line that any of us should recognize as being over a line. You're absolutely right about that, Sophia. I don't think that they would have, when I messaged who I messaged earlier and asked if this was a work or not, or I just asked, hey, I heard a rumor going around that Stuttsy got fired. Is this true? And I didn't get told, to me, if it was a work, I would have been like, I would have gotten met with, fuck no, who told you that? By this person. Instead, I got met with, who told you that? And when I tried to be vague, because I try not to give my, give sources out, I got told, you need to fucking tell me who told you this. What was I to do? That's when I kind of knew, okay, maybe this is serious. I'm in a state of shock, man. I don't know what to say. It's one of those things where I felt like I needed to come on the air, and I needed for everybody together, gather together. Mr. Wadsworth in the chat room, whatever happened, I agree with Sophia. This has to be really damn serious. It is. And shit like this shouldn't happen. It happened a month or two ago with Michael Elgin. And now, when Michael Elgin's wrestled in the Sportatorium before, and I was like, oh, okay, it's Elgin. He's still getting work over in New Japan. Okay? This hits home for me. That Sportatorium is like my second home. It's the only other place in this world, I dare say, and I know Joe got issues for saying this, but it's the only other place in this world, besides my house that I'm sitting in now, that I felt safe, that I felt like I could escape and be myself and just go to it and have a damn good time. Talk some New Japan and I'll come on. New Japan was something else. I'll say that. Wrestle Kingdom 12 was a damn good show. I actually like New Year's Dash better. New Year's Dash was a lot of fun. But yeah, I want to thank you guys for joining me here. It's awesome. This is why I do this, because it gives the CWF community a place to come every week and conversate about the episode that we just saw. Somebody just DM'd me and asked me, what does this mean for CWF Worldwide? I'm guessing CWF Worldwide is going to continue. Look, guys, Brad's not the first person to hold the book. I mean, let's be honest here. Brad only, Brad doesn't own the place. Ultimate Survivor 2016 was the last show I went to as a wrestling fan. I came from New York City for CWF. Wow, man. I think the dude from Minnesota, though, got you beat. I don't know. Sorry, if you guys hear a hum sound in the background, I'm in my basement. There's no heat in this basement. It is cold as balls in this basement, so I had to turn a little space heater I have on. Apostle Crusader goes, hopefully CWF will continue to be a damn fine. They will be, guys. They will be. Encourage you to go to CWFworldwide.com and watch some of the older stuff. The number 2 thing I'm worried about is who gets the book. I know that's probably making me a piece of shit in light of the situation. But as a wrestling fan, the dude from Minnesota is my friend. I introduced him to see. That's awesome. That's awesome. As a wrestling fan and as a guy who wants to see this promotion continue to grow, I'm wondering what's going to happen now. I'm wondering what's going to happen further. And not that it's ever a good thing. Not that this thing is ever a good thing, but is it a good thing that it's happened at the beginning of 2018? New year, new book, dare say maybe new product. Could be a good thing. Just got a DM here. Any ill will toward Brad Stutts? Look, here's the thing. It's hard for me to criticize somebody I barely know. It really is. I'll say this. He probably got what he deserved if, and all signs are pointing to the fact that this is true. Eric Andrews calling up tonight being very candid. That wasn't Mr. Choose Andrews on the phone. That was Eric Andrews, the person, calling in, giving us his real feelings. I've talked with Eric, outside the ring a little bit. That was real Eric. That was shoot Eric Andrews, folks. There's no way this is a work. The dirt sheets wouldn't be running with this if it was a work. Mike Johnson, all right, look, say what you want about the dirt sheets. Mike Johnson's a guy who triple checks his sources, as he said time and time again. He wouldn't be running with this if he didn't, fact check it himself. Even if CWF does put out a tweet about it, he's going to call the people at CWF and be like, what's the deal? People asking me about Nova Pro leaving PWI. That's a sticky situation for me. Is Brad Stutts going to continue to work for Nova Pro? I don't know. Guys, I can't speak for Brad. I can't speak for anything that he's done. I can't speak for anything that he will do. I don't know the guy. Nova Pro did put out here today, about an hour ago, Nova Pro Wrestling has officially decided to withdraw its membership from PWI Pro. We thank the PWI for their support over the past 2 years in helping Nova Pro grow. A couple of comments on this post. I second that. Would love to see a Nova Pro belt. Can we finally get a Nova title now? What about the commentary? Cecil, man, is... That's the thing about the commentary. Who's going to take over for commentary? Somebody just DM me. You should do it. No. I don't want to be anywhere near that commentary table. I'm not in the business. They do have a deep commentary bench. Hell, CO Party could commentate. Robbie Walsh has been known to be damn good on commentary. There's a lot of other people that could take that stick. Cecil and CL full time. I don't know if it would be Kane Justice putting out on Twitter. No matter what, CWF is all that matters. Hashtag believe again. Or he didn't put hashtag believe again, but let's get that started. That's a good hashtag for this situation. Hashtag believe again. I'll tell you guys, I'm absolutely speechless. And Andrew Everett was good. Ethan was good for the no ropes match. Yeah. There's a lot of people there that are good on the commentary table. Are good on that stick. Phone lines are open, 434-710-4900, 434-710-4900. Feel free to call in. Let us know what you're thinking about this whole situation. Where does CWF go from here? That's the big question in this. Smith Garrett for comment. That's a good point, Jonathan. Smith hasn't been seen since the Weaver Cup. Going to wrap this up in a few minutes if nobody wants to call in. I want to thank everybody for joining me tonight and just I guess everybody is in shock. Dylan Apple, Cecil and CL on commentary actually would be fine by me. It works fine for me, or Smith Garrett. I agree with that. I think Cecil has come into his own where he could take over that number one chair in the commentator booth. Cecil's damn good at telling stories. Nova Pro withdrawing from PWI really tells the tale for me because and I know there's two sides to this. Is Brad going to continue to work for Nova? That's side number one. Don't be sorry for joining late as long as you're here, man. We're a community. This is the CWF family, man. That's why we're here tonight. I'm too raw to speak. I hear you, man. So, or is it a fact of Nova Pro doesn't want to be a part of a governing body, quote unquote, that has CWF in it now after this? Do they want to pull away from? Because Nova Pro, if you watch the last Nova Pro show, Such Great Heights, which was a damn good show, they ran a lot of CWF footage in that. Cecil could be a Southern Joey Styles. Yeah, let him have the damn thing by himself. Why not? Apostle Crusher, yeah, I'm a Northeast CWF watcher. There are many of us, and we're glad to have you. The promotion is glad to have you. I know that I can't really speak for the promotion, but if I could, I'm sure they would. I mean, if I had my best guess, I would. I know damn well they would say we're glad to have you. Stick with them, and just see what happens in the new year, man. Battlecade was a damn good show, and again, like Eric Andrews came on here and said, you know, the booker only tells you what the ending is going to be, or maybe what the story is going to be, but it's up to those wrestlers to go out there and paint that picture and to tell that story. And those wrestlers in that locker room, men, women, they're the reason why this promotion has taken off. People like Eric Andrews, CL Party, Cecil Scott, Trevor Lee, Kane Justice, Michael McAllister, Snooty Fox, Ethan Alexander Sharp, Otto Schwanz, etc., etc. If I'm leaving your name out, there you're covered with the etc., etc. Sophia, Nova separating from PWI could be interpreted as sticking with Stutts or interpreted from separating from. Hard to say. Yeah, it is hard to say. Guys, I apologize for the way I sound. I've had a cold for the last week. It's been killing my voice here. Let me see here. I guess the promoter, VA Mike Gent, on Twitter, he goes, I don't know anything. He goes, I know that you're discussing us on your show. I wanted to send in a statement on the matter. I don't know anything about why they fired Brad. Nova is out of the PWI because we were unhappy with how they handled the Ultra J title situation after we helped raise the profile of it for the past 2 years. That's the official statement from I guess Mike. I guess he's the promoter of Nova Pro. I'm going to read it again. I don't know anything about why they fired Brad. Nova is out of the PWI because we were unhappy with how they handled the Ultra J title situation after we've helped raise the profile of it over the past 2 years. Strong words coming from Nova Pro. We're now damn detectives. I hate that we're having to do that. We're not being detective in anything. There's your official statement. I'll be honest with you. I was kind of upset over the Ultra J title situation myself. That's just me as a fan. It is impeccable timing. I'll give you the people. Somebody just texted me. It is impeccable timing. Yeah, it is impeccable timing. But again, the official statement from Nova Pro. Nova is out of the PWI because we are unhappy with how they handled the Ultra J title situation after we've helped raise the profile of it over the past 2 years. Thank you for sending in that statement, Mike. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. A lot of notifications. Guys, everybody came. It was weird, man. When this broke and I retweeted it, everybody came up to me. Just listen to Joe Pillow to Post podcast. Man, this is crazy. I'm speechless. Me too. Me too, Reggie. The Ultra J title was doing awesome in Nova Pro. It was doing awesome in CWF at the beginning of 2017. And that was the match at Battlecade that I said it's either going to be good or it's going to be bad. It's not going to be anywhere in between. As far as how I think of it, you'll have to what I think of it, you'll have to listen to the after show to find out. I have to see how it plays out on YouTube. Well, we assume you know that. I don't know anything, guys. I'm a fan. Isn't like Nova couldn't have booked Drew? Question mark. I don't know. Well, here's the thing with Andrew Everett. I do know this. He's not around CWF as much anymore. John, who are you talking about that you're going to miss him and that you hope he's okay? It's okay to wish Brad well in his future endeavors. I mean, I don't know. Is it okay to wish Brad? I mean, I'll say it's okay. Yeah, go ahead. I hope you live your life well. But you now have a stain on your record that's never going anywhere. Just live with that, man. Again, I don't sit there and throw stones. I can't. I have to be an impartial on this situation. Sorry, guys. I was just tweeting out the link one more time for people who may be late to the situation here. Again, the Nova Pro thing. I was looking forward to going to a Nova Pro show. Later on this year, if I can. The problem of people go, well, Joe, why don't you go up there? You live in Virginia. Why don't you go up there? Nova Pro is Northern Virginia. It's okay to wish him and Miss Stuttsy the best. I think it's okay to wish somebody, hey, dude, you fucked up. Goodbye. Good luck. That's it. Go into the good night and leave us alone now. But the situation itself, what he did, I don't know the details of it. I don't need to know the details of it. All I know is something bad had to happen for them to fire this guy. I need to go to an Nova show. The problem is convincing my girlfriend that I need to drive 6 hours north just to see wrestling. That's the hard part. That's the hard part. and you know, the 6 hours one way. CWF is maybe 45 minutes to an hour, depending on traffic. That's a little bit easier to convince the girlfriend of than 6 hours one way. That's why. Now, here's what kills me. Why doesn't Nova run down south a little bit more? Richmond, Virginia is wide open for pro wrestling right now. I don't really think there's a company running Richmond right now. If there is, they're not on my radar. Thank you for American Lucha Designs for tweeting out the link for this video. The official, unofficial sponsor of the official, unofficial CWF Mid-Atlantic After Show is American Lucha Designs. If you need any graphic design work done, if you need merchandise made, if you're a pro wrestler, if you're a fellow podcaster / radio host like me, American Lucha, they can hook you up. Go ahead and follow them on Twitter at American Lucha. Hate to get in that plug there, man, but they help me out. They've helped me out a lot in the recent weeks. They're good. Those two are the best, man. They are good guys. Got the privilege of sitting next to them at Battlecade and had a blast. Come to a Nova show. I'll be honest, man. If I could find a ride up there and a ride back, I probably would. But convincing my girlfriend to take her car 6 hours north and then 6 hours back, wasting that much money in gas and putting that much miles on the car, whew. I'm going to ask the boys at Nova Pro if I can. Well, it's up to them to release that statement. I wouldn't say they're smart level. I like their work. Some do, some don't. That's the beauty of it. You know, that's why I cover, you know, not just wrestling stuff, you know, whether it be most form of entertainment, whether it be movies, whether it be television, whether it be wrestling, it's all subjective, you know. That's my drive to see the time I went down for the Weaver Cup. It is a drive, and I'll be honest with you. I'll throw in the hotel and the champagne, says Edward Dow. I'll be honest with you. It's the traffic, too, guys. I'm a former truck driver. I can't stand traffic. I've dealt with it enough. You know, once you hit Dumfries and Quantico and all that, and that goddamn Beltway, oof. No, thank you. No, thank you. Three billboards and Lady Bird win big. Yeah, now I got to go upstairs or go online now and see what happened to the Golden Globes. Yeah, I know it's a work thing. Golden Globes are as worked as pro wrestling is as far as awards go, but again, if you want to call, phone lines are going to be open. I'm going to get off here in just a few moments, though. But if you want to call in, please do. I'll stay on the line as long as you guys want me to here. 434-710-4900. 434-710-4900. And let me know what you guys are thinking, what you guys are feeling. Please feel free to go ahead and call in. Tommy Wiseau got blocked. Yeah, people are retweeting me about the Golden Globes. Yeah, James Franco didn't let Tommy Wiseau have the microphone. I was so happy about that. Because if there's anybody that does not need a microphone in their face, it's at a Golden Globes awards ceremony. It's that guy. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and leave it there for tonight. The official, unofficial CWF Mid-Atlantic After Show airs live every Wednesday right now at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, right here, same time, on this same channel. Feel free to hit that like button if you want to hit the like button. I know it's not a situation that you would hit the like button for, so I understand, but hit the subscribe button, and that way you're notified every time we go live. But I want to thank you guys. American Lucha or stat mark level. Sorry, I read that wrong, man. My head's not right. Stat mark level in terms of designing stuff. Yeah. I'm sorry I read that wrong, Mr. Wadsworth. It's just shit going on in my head right now is crazy. I don't know. Honestly, it's like the devil and angel are popping up on my shoulder. Half of me wants to be like, yeah, fuck him. They got rid of the bastard. Yeah, you know, if he did do it, whatever. And the other half of me sitting there going, this could only be better for the product. A Brick in the Wall just subscribed. Thank you very much for subscribing there. I'm sorry that, let me see if I can get that to show up better. No, I don't want the whole thing to move. Thank you so much for subscribing here. I believe we got one other subscriber that joined in the last couple of days as well. Good news, there's more than 3 people listening. Hey, we get better numbers on the replay. That's why it's up there for you guys. Not everybody can listen at 10 o'clock on 10:30 on a Wednesday night. I get it. Let me see here. I'm trying to pull up. Thank you. Thank you so much, though, for subscribing. Another Brick in the Wall. I appreciate that. Yankee has just subscribed as well. Thank you so much for subscribing, Yankee. I very much appreciate that as well. And thank you to everybody who subscribed. Sophia, for some reason, it said you subscribed for like the 3rd time in a row the other day for me. I don't know why. I got a notification saying that you were subscribed. I'm like, I thought she's been subscribed to us. See here. Just starting to listen to the beginning of the show. A bunch of people have been messaging me about this since we've seen Stuttsy a lot, not only in CWF and PWX as well. That's another thing. Is PWX going to continue, to hire Stuttsy for commentary and whatever? They got the X16 coming up, don't they? Teflon Don, thank you for the retweet. Sophia, thank you for the retweet as well. Jeff Edwards, thank you for tuning in here. Oh, I have multiple accounts. Okay, thank you. Thank you to everybody who's been retweeting this. I will say, too, that, again, the after show is going to continue. That's not going to change. I do the after show to help promote the product. I started off the after show, 30-some weeks ago, 36, 37 weeks ago. I believe Battlecade X8, the end of Battlecade, is going to be our 140th show. Or, excuse me, our 40th show. Ugh. I wish we'll get to 140. And the audio versions of it are up. I tweet those links out if you don't want to listen to us on YouTube. I have been starting to put the newer shows out on Spreaker. The archive for them, however, is going to stay on YouTube. Spreaker only lets me have a certain amount of hours worth of content. So as newer shows go up, the older shows will fall off. The audio version, we are on iTunes as well. So yeah, 36th, 738th. Yeah, so by the time we get to Battlecade, that'll be our 38th show, I believe, or 39th show. So thank you to each and everybody who's ever listened to this. All those CWF guys who have shown interest in coming on, who have come on. So I do this for you guys. I do this as a way to vent. I do this as a way to, hey, get together and let's, dissect what we've seen and what's going on in the community. So I want to thank each and every one of you who has hit that subscribe button, who has hit that like button. Sorry, my voice is really starting to go here. Let me see if I can... Answering a bunch of text messages here, people texting me saying, you know, the same thing, that they're all in shock over this. As you hear my kid yelling upstairs because we're telling him to get in the bed. My 8-year-old won't sleep. That's the thing. My 8-year-old, he should be in bed. They have school tomorrow. Nope, he's up and running around. So yeah, it's again. This is insane. It is insane. What, this show is insane, or the situation is insane? Probably both. Probably both. For those wondering, Movie Bob. Oh man. Bob Chipman, I like you on Twitter, dude. I like your videos. For somebody sitting there saying you don't really need to see 3 billboards, yes, you do. It's a good movie. All right, sorry about that, guys. It says I lost internet connection there for a moment, so I had to restart the stream. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and leave it there for tonight, folks. Let me see here. Have word that my old co-host Jeff Edwards might be calling into the after show. So my old co-host calling in. It's for everybody who's listening to the archive of this. Thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and play the outro music here that I play each and every week here on the after show. And hashtag believe again.